Okay, Programming 11, welcome back. We're going to take a look now at those changes I asked you to make. So we're going to make it go to the mouse pointer. So instead of recycling back to X, we could recycle, back to a random number, we could recycle back to mouse X and mouse Y. So this would be the change you would make. It would be in the act function. This is sort of where we define how the ripples behave, so it makes sense that we go there. And check it out. Now we get this this thing following us, and we can, it's almost like we're dipping our finger in the water. If we just keep it still, how cool does that look? Ooh, it's like we're just gently adjusting things. You can make some cool looking, I don't know what to call these, but we can make some cool looking trails. Woo! You can also just shake it up and go kind of wild with it, but yeah, we end up getting back to this sort of thing. It looks so pretty. Doesn't that look pretty? Aww. So that's that change. We also wanted to make the change where we alter the colors as well. So we'll go do that. And basically, I like the HSB color mode, so I'm going to put that back in. I know we deleted it before. Color mode HSB. And that means that our fill functions will be working a little bit differently, and our stroke functions, I guess even more importantly, they're going to be based on hue, saturation, and brightness rather than values of red, green, and blue. And I think I'm going to keep it pretty bright and rainbowy, so I'm going to keep saturation at 255 and brightness at 255, the maximum values. And then hue we can randomize. And if we make variables that are instance variables, and we make a constructor that constructs it for each individual ripple, then every ripple can get its own color. So we can say hue equals a random number between 0 and 255, so I can just say 255, but it's an int, so I'll have to intify it. I don't know if it actually has to be an int, but we'll do that. And then, whoops, I forgot to actually make use of that, so our... now we should stick our H, our S, and our B inside of our stroke function, and then we'll get sort of random colored ripples. Oh, so pretty. And we can get like a real weirdo rainbow of ripples rippling as we go. And they're all fairly bright and ugly. Nice. So that's basically the story. A lot of the changes that we want to make happen inside of the class. The stuff that's in the main tab is really the machinery that is flipping the page from one ripple to a next. You know, all these while loops are sort of automating all these things, but they are not themselves really important in what the ripple does, or whatever the object is. They're just the machinery to, you know, orchestrate it doing its thing. So there's some ripples. I hope you had a good time making those. Feel free to make some other changes too. I bet you could come up with all sorts of interesting things that the ripples could be doing. Like, what if you change their y-coordinate as well as their size? You know, what if they were drifting upwards or downwards or to the left or to the right? Or maybe they're going away from the mouse pointer or something. Like, experiment and see what you can come up with for a cool-looking pattern. I'd love to see what you have and when you are done. So I guess I'll leave you to it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.